views this market as 2016 comes to a close.
Joining us today for our Retail Investor Roundtable to close out the year, engineer Wayne Smalls, along with college student Anthony Bonsignore, who's here at Post 9 with us from the University of South Carolina, Beaufort. Welcome, guys. Wayne, first to you. You've outlined a number of picks to us over the course of the year, and what do you think were some of your best ones as you look back?
Well, I'm absolutely happy with NXPI, especially after the recent buyout by Qualcomm, and the upside I've seen from that is right around the 30%, mainly because that was a leverage buy, so I'm quite happy there. I'm also happy with the performance of the S&P 500 as it relates to my TSP fund with the federal government. Because I am a dollar cost averaging investor with that, I saw a return of roughly 20% compared to the S&P 500's 8.5% itself over the year. So I'm happy with those deals.
Anthony, you're not a dollar cost averaging kind of a investor. You're more of a trader type here. You've had a pretty good year here.
Yeah, so I mean, my biggest thing is I look for long-term value, but at the same time, I've kind of learned to go into everything to some degree. So I've traded options at times. I've done almost day trades. I've done swing trades. So I've kind of focused on a little bit of everything.
Your big winners this year would be what, Freddie and Fannie?
My biggest winners are Fannie and Freddie. We're finally seeing some stuff come out about trying to get this conservatorship figured out, the stealing of the profits, and we've seen some uptick. You know, Secretary Mnuchin has already come out and quoted he wants to release these two companies, and there's a way to do it. In my opinion, it's the most important issue right now facing every single person in this country.
Oh, yeah.
And it's something, you know, it's been going on for 8 years. They've been under conservatorship. It's time to, housing is the most important thing in the economy. And I think we'll finally see some momentum, possibly remove them, sell them back to the private sector like they should. The government can reap huge benefits from it. Shareholders, everyone makes it happen.
So you're going to hold those into 2017?
Yes, that's my
Wayne,
biggest.
what about some of your misses this year, or ones that you might have missed, and are they on your list for next year?
Well, one of my misses, well, it's not really a miss. I didn't get in on it when I should have, so I guess a sort of miss is I had an opportunity to buy the ETF for transport earlier this year, around the end of February, and sure enough, it made some significant upside, but sadly, I wasn't there to participate with that.
What's worse, buying a loser or not buying a winner, failing to buy a winner? Which is worse for you?
Oh, it's definitely buying a loser.
Okay.
I mean, when you do your taxes later and you have to look at what you did and the damage, it's like a bad feeling.
And speaking of that, Wayne, are you doing anything tax strategy-wise with the incoming president for next year that's going to be different?
Well, I'm hoping that we see perhaps a reduction in capital gains for stockholders. I mean, that's something that we all share if you buy stocks. So, you know, I'm holding and I'm excited with a lot of other holders to see what happens under Trump.
Anthony, your winners aside, you think overall this market is overblown and overbought right now? You just think we've gotten ahead of ourselves here?
I think we have.
Are you doing something to hedge yourself in the meantime?
I'm not really. I mean, I have some puts in some of the holdings I have to be safe in case we do see a downturn in the first couple months, which I think could be very possible. A lot of tax selling once we get to this new year, and I'm very cautious. I just think, you know, this in about 23 minutes, it's going to be the 8th year in a row we've seen positive returns.
Yeah.
The longest in history is 9 years. So I think, you know.
You know, and you bringing that up as we've been also seeing headlines on another kind of related issue. So a lot of millennials do not have a lot of money in the stock market. Even if they have a 401k, it tends to be really conservative for their age. You know, there's this idea of why should I get more into stocks now when they've been on this run? Do you think it's, what do you say when you're talking to people, you know, who might be our own age about whether now does make sense as a time to be in stocks?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to put your money into the markets because it is the best way to grow yourself into a retirement. And I feel, you know, millennials, it's, you know, I'd be careful going into it after 8 years of having straight positive returns. You know, you want to be in the market, but at the same time, you know, when we had this huge long stretch in bull market, we're most likely going to see a downturn. I think that's when you try and take advantage of, whether you see a correction or even just a big pullback. That's when you kind of want to go maybe more into the market. But be careful. I would never advise going into at all-time highs.
I know. They missed out in the meantime. You know,
They
it's a big year.
did, but, you know, we've got a long way to go. We're all in our young 20s, you know. So,
Well, one of us.
Not all of us.